points that I wanted to, I was looking to hear what the structure of it is. So, I understand that in essence, it's supposed to be to attain qualities like the Creator. So what is it that you actually study in order to get to that? And how do you, what's the lesson like?
Right.
What are you learning?
We learn the composition of the soul.
Vito will answer. Will answer.
Hey look, I study Kabbalah as well, so I can say...
Yeah, but we're giving a lecture. We study with the group B'nai Baruch, which is the world group, and it consists of millions of people literally worldwide. We're not involved in an academic study. You don't have to take the books of Kabbalah and memorize things and write things down. It's not something you're going to be given an exam on or a test on. We study primarily from the sources of the writings of Baal HaSalam. We study the writings of Rabash, various different texts from him. We study a book called Talmud as the Sefirot, and we study the book of Zohar, as well as another book called Shemati. Now, all throughout the study of these books, we study some other sources as well, but these are pretty much the primary ones. We study these books primarily to draw the light. We sit there in a group. I'll give you a breakdown of the basic lesson. We meet at say 1 AM, and we will sit there with a 3-hour lesson, and it will be on sort of several different topics, several different the writings are different. Sometimes it will be an hour of Shemati, for example, half an hour of Zohar, half an hour of Talmud Sefirot, and then the final hour will be dedicated to something different. Say another article like Peace in the World, etc., etc. But that's basically the nuts and bolts of the study. Is that and it's best to study in a group. In fact, it's very important to study in a group, even if it's only a virtual connection online. Rather than if it's not practical to sit with other people who want to study it. If you're connecting with people online, that's absolutely fine. And we do that for 7 days a week. I mean, it's not. A person isn't obliged to be there for all the 3 hours, but just to give as much commitment as possible. Sure.
You said you pull light from the book, or you said you pull the light from the book. Isn't the light supposed to, from what you said before, come from the upper world?
Yeah, if you can imagine that the books are like the books are the switch, if you like, and the books are basically that which facilitates the drawing down of the light.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. So, sorry.
It's alright.
Sorry.
Keep going.
I've got so much questions. Sorry.
So, did you say 1 AM that you studied?
Yeah, just
Is there any reason why? Or?
It was the Kabbalists said that that was the best time to study.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
I did that when I was studying.
You're going back to the very old things here, but it was basically said with Moses that the flight from Egypt took place at night. So I mean that's a whole different story in itself. Yeah, but it's purely for that reason that the escape from Egypt took place at night, and that's why we study Kabbalah in the early hours.
So, isn't it questions that you're answering from the book? So, what's the contents? Just for one book, just say it goes to 10. Break it down into 10 parts. What does it answer? Because you're saying it's answering. He made mention that it answers the soul. You're studying the composition of the soul. That's what you said. Yes. So if you're studying the composition of the soul, yeah, and you before said we don't have a soul. It's the hole in the heart that creates, that the soul comes through. something like that you said earlier, if I can quote.
Yeah, it's very important that we go slowly, and it's very important to take it. I know maybe you have a great desire and you have want to know. The best thing again is to pick up the book. I mean, Chris didn't even mention this is the Kabbalah for student. I mean, we have the books at the back, and it's best to actually start. We don't have all the answers really. We don't. And the best thing is to actually pick up the book and start learning yourself. There are many books that are available. You can different for your type, your character. Choose anything you like and start from there. So you get the terminology. You get what you have to do to develop, slowly or faster, whatever. You choose according to your desire. Everything is structured in that. We're giving the basics. We're giving the really elementary or introduction to the Kabbalah. We don't mention different terminology. We don't mention like composition of the souls, everything like that. Because it takes, let's say, to do a simple one, take 10 weeks, and we go slowly everything over. Everything we'll break it down for you. And if you want to continue to study with us, I see you're interested, you want to study with us, we have a virtual learning center. I mean, if you're interested in physical lectures, we have a feedback form for you. We have Katie, we have a feedback form for you. We want to know whether you want to study with us physically, doing a campus, physically here, like for example in this room. We go from basics to the most advanced things.
So what is in that book or in any book? What is the basics? Because you should have some form of outline. I mean, I didn't get the outline. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's absolutely perfect. We didn't mention that again. Kabbalah only talks about the upper world. Really, everything else here. We don't touch anything here that about this world at all. We study the upper world. First of all, I'll break it down. So first of all, there are three levels. We get the information. So we want to get terminology. We want to understand how it's structured. All this. We're trying to get you the first basics. That's information. The second one, we come to this understanding. But first of all, you need to get like physics. You need to know your laws. You need to know the formulas, everything. Here, you need to know everything first of all before you come to understanding. So first of all, information. You learn. You read as much as you can in your free time. Start reading. As in my example, I read like crazy when I met really. It took me 5 weeks, really 4 weeks. I didn't go anywhere, I just read and read. I was so thirsty for this knowledge, information. First of all, it's information. Then the second, again, the understanding of that information. And we go to that together. And the final phase is attainment.
It's easy to understand things by comparison. So you normally would have something that you would compare it to. And what I'm finding is that I'm not getting anything to say, this is where this differs from that. This is where our views differs from that. This is where we think this is this. So it would be easy, and then you would then have questions. Not only questions, but you would want to feel okay, all right, then there's something there, and then you have a thirst for it. You can't develop a thirst if there's no heat. You understand?
We are the only experts in Kabbalah. That is all. If we were experts in philosophy, psychology, or different religions,
maybe you misinterpreted.
But
I don't mean it in that way that you're going. I mean, oh, sorry, I'm taking
in order
time.
to make analysis, in Kabbalah they make it's a science. It's a science of all science. This is what Islam said. Islam said actually that's coming from. It's based on scientific approach. It's a systematic approach to what you said. We study, we get first information.